All right, as we start the new year, we're also looking back at some of the biggest stories of 2024. Will Anderson, editor-in-chief of the Dallas Business Journal, is joining us now to talk about the list of the biggest business stories of the year. We're going to start at the top of the list. What was number one and why?
Yeah, hello. So the biggest business story of 2024 might come as a bit of surprise because it wasn't like big breaking news, but it was the continued population growth of DFW. When those new census numbers came out for metro level population estimates, it showed that DFW added more people, like raw numbers, than any other metro in the country. In the spring, those came out. And I mean, it's a huge number, right? And you see for pure population growth, DFW is number one. And then many of the cities in DFW are tops for population percentage growth. So this underpins so much of the economic boom that we see in the Metroplex. It affects residential real estate, it affects retail and stores. Then it comes down to public services too, whether that's police, fire, schools. It just touches everything, just about.
Now, Will, were there any surprises on your list?
I think two that stand out just from the interest level. One that's kind of fun is the growth of the Texoma region. So many people have vacationed in Texoma, been swimming in Lake Texoma, but there's so much happening in Texoma now, and we think that that's going to continue in a big way. There's some big semiconductor plants rising in the Texoma area in Sherman, but now you're seeing multi-billion-dollar plans announced in 2024 for these huge communities with a Hard Rock Hotel, with a Margaritaville resort, all coming to this area that was kind of quiet and quaint. It's just going to transform Texoma, and we think it's going to really close the distance between DFW and the Oklahoma border. And one other I want to point out was, I don't think it really got enough interest, was the situation around Burnett Plaza, which is the tallest building in Fort Worth. I mean, this is a building that DBJ broke the news on. It was in financial trouble. A loan was foreclosed on. And then a lender swooped in, grabbed the keys, and they sold it to a developer from Stephenville, which, doesn't have a huge real estate community, but someone from Stephenville then bought the tower, and this is the biggest tower in all of Fort Worth. So Burnett Plaza, the saga and all the drama that unfolded around that was something that we followed closely, and I thought was really something interesting to see.
What should we be watching for when it comes to business in North Texas come 2025? I guess we're already here.
Yeah, ready or not, here we go. Well, I think a lot of the stories that we highlighted in 2024 will have an impact in 25, just because we picked the biggest ones that we thought. So things like the Texas Stock Exchange is expected to start taking trades in 2025, and that'll be a big deal for Y'all Street, as we like to call it. Some of the other ones, I think population growth, like we mentioned, will be a big one in 25. And I hear from a lot of business leaders, there's a new presidential administration. What's that going to mean around tariffs, around border policy, migration policy? That's something that's definitely going to have impact on business in 25 as well.
Well, thank you so much, Will. A busy business year in 2024. If you want more information, you can check out the full article and all of those incredible stories on the Dallas Business Journal website. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.